I wanted to make Naturals as the number one salon chain in Chennai. 30 lakh is too much for a beauty parlor. This is how the world thought. My dream is to erase the word called housewife from the Indian dictionary.
There were two categories of parlors. One was the extra luxury in five-star hotels, and the other are these very local one, not very hygienic, not very appealing.
Banker told beauty parlor means 3 lakh should be the project cost, 2 lakh is what the bank will fund, 1 lakh is what you are supposed to bring.
How did you grow the business?
Next year it became 27, next year it became 56. I said no more investing money. I put Janelia as our brand ambassador. We put an advertisement in Femina magazine. 19th century belonged to Europe, 20th century belonged to America, 21st century is an Asian century, it's an Indian century.
If you're enjoying Decoding with Jaslin, please consider subscribing to the channel. It makes a huge difference in helping us to bring you the kind of guests that you would like to see. We would also love to hear your opinions in terms of the topics and content you would be interested. So please drop in your comments to share your feedback. Thank you for giving us your time. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Decoding with Jaslin. Today, I am thrilled to be joined by a true visionary who has significantly shaped India's beauty and wellness industry. We have with us Mr. CK Kumaravel, the co-founder, chairman, and managing director of Naturals Salon and Spa, India's number one salon chain. Mr. CK Kumaravel, along with his wife K. Veena, transformed the salon industry's perception to a celebrated lifestyle choice. He's also a champion of women's empowerment, driven by a powerful mission to create a housewife free India. His ambitions are truly global, with a vision to make Naturals the number one salon chain worldwide. Today, we will be decoding his incredible journey, his insights on entrepreneurship, his vision for women empowerment, and the strategies behind building a salon empire. Welcome to the show. It's an honor to have you.
I should be saying that. Thank you, Jaslin, for having me in your decode. I think through you, I will reach more people. So that is the one thing. So I always wanted to share my experience and share my thought. So many people have helped me to reach where I am. It is my responsibility and mandate to share the knowledge and experience with the other people, and this is the best medium for that. So thank you for that.
That's so sweet of you to say. To start with, right? I think I want to start with the beginning, right? So, um, I've heard, I like, I think you have understood by now. I went and did a bit of research around you, and I see that it was your wife's mission to start it. What was the vision with which she started, and what pushed you to actually make that move?
In the beginning, we were in a. I was in a devastating loss. 2000, I was 5 crore minus. The entire world disowned me.
Okay.
I had at that point of time, my company people have been demotivated. My bank has frozen my account. I had more than 100 odd legal cases against me. And people, my friends and relatives have taken me out of my name out of their Rolodex. And life has been extremely bad. And I used to make a product called Raga herbal powder at that point of time. After a phenomenal success in phase one, it became a failure in phase two. I was not able to handle that. So that is where I was in crossroads. Around the same time, both my children have started going to school. There was some time available with Veena, which we wanted to put into use and make some money so that she can take care of the family. All we wanted to do was make 60,000 rupees and get self-employed. That was the need at that point of time. So we said what we should do. See, one of the important challenge every entrepreneur faces in the beginning is to identify what to do. Irritation is the biggest source of energy. If you are irritated about something, look them over very carefully. There lies an opportunity. We were irritated about lack of a good quality, affordable salon. At that point of time, good quality salon was available in five-star hotels, which were intimidating and unaffordable. On the other end, we had the local beauty parlors, whose hygiene standards, quality of the people are very poor, to say the least. We as a customer could not fit into both, so we thought there is a need for a good quality affordable salon. That's the first thing I tell all the entrepreneurs is identify what is your opportunity. Identify what to do. That is 50% of the job done. So we had three choices in front of us. First was a salon, second was a preschool, and third was a boutique. We did not have money, obviously, so we did not employ a marketing research agency. Earlier in the company, I employed a marketing research agency and paid 10 crores, sorry, 10 lakhs, and they gave me a spiral bound book. Okay, but that did not work. No offense to them. See, many times it is implementation which is more important than the idea. Okay, they gave a wonderful plan, but if the plan I am not able to implement for various reasons, don't blame them. Okay, so that's one part of the story. Other part of the story is I have this thing. Did not have money now, so we put a back of the envelope calculation, put the pros and cons. Okay, this one, this one, this one. One is preschool, another is boutique, another is salon, and we put it like that, and we correct it on the paper. In life, there is no right decision or wrong decision. First, you have to take that decision, and then make that decision right decision. Lot of people are waiting for the right decision, right market, right business model. Nothing like that in life. First, take that decision, and then put your heart out and make the decision right decision. And that's how we built Natural.
Very interesting. There are so many questions I want to ask around that story itself. So you said that your bank accounts were frozen, you had legal cases, and obviously that must have been like a very tumultuous time for you, both financially and emotionally, both for you and your wife. Uh, what still pushed you to take that risk again rather than saying, okay, these are the degrees I have, these are the jobs I can make, which will be maybe more safe for some time rather than taking another risk? What, because that in itself is such a bold move. Like, you are in this place in your life where, you know, you have almost been labeled by everyone around you as failure, and you still think, okay, let me take another risk.
Yeah, adding fuel to the fire, or another aspect of that is at that point of time, my mom brokered a deal with my brother. My brother is CK Ranganathan, who runs Kevin Care. Okay, my mom brokered a deal with him and said, your brother is suffering. You need to help him out. You are doing well. Why not to help him out? And my brother, like a fool, agreed to bail me out. 5 crore money at that point of time, today equivalent to 25 crores. And he had one condition. He said, you are an emotional decision maker. You are smart, but you are an emotional decision maker. I don't want you to do business again. I will take care of the family. I will take care of the debt. You work with me, and that's fit. I'll put you everything comfort for you. And that is the time in life you have got two choice. You can lead a comfortable life, or you can lead an exciting life. I'm not able to sleep the whole night. I was thinking, what's happening to me? Why should I not do business in future? And what is this happening like this? And I was thought about it. All my the so-called the friends and our people around me, very few, they were all thinking, let this madman say yes, because he's got a what do you call once in a lifetime opportunity. And the next day morning, I went to my brother and I told him I'm not taking your deal. And he said, he asked me, what will you do? And he said, that don't worry, I will figure it out. I think I want to live my own life. And that was another big thing. In fact, if you ask me, what is the important decision I have taken in life, and that is the decision, because there I was in problem. I had a very solution, and it's easily connecting, and it is very big, and everywhere you look at, but still I did not take, because I want to lead my life. So go cut and go back to the your other question you were asking of the raga. I was doing extremely well. How you think when you're down will determine how high you go. When you are down, if you think you are a failure, you are finished. When you are down, if you think I have not failed, my efforts have failed. They are two different things. I told myself, I have not failed, my efforts have failed. I used to listen to one story hazard times. The story is about two frogs jumped into a milk pot. What does a frog know? They know how to jump. These two frogs continued to jump. After some time, one frog realized, I cannot jump any further. It drowned inside and it sank and it died. Another frog continued to jump. It said, I can, I can, I can. After some time, the milk became butter. The frog jumped into the butter and it jumped out. I said, I am going to be that frog which made the milk into the butter and jumped out. And that was the message I was telling. I was psyching myself. Around the same time, I got into one habit which is changed my life. There is two things which happened when I was going through extreme failure. One was a good thing, another is a bad thing. I will talk about the bad thing first and then about the good thing. The bad thing is we are Indians. We are God fearing people. We are not God loving people. Especially when we have exam tomorrow, we will break one coconut to that Ganesha as if that fellow is waiting for that. And during that time, I was having a lot of problems. And I became a big Ayyappa devotee because he was the flavor of the season then. So I went to Sabrimala every year. When I had more problems, I went twice. That poor fellow Ayyappa didn't help me. So I came down and I changed. I changed to Balaji. I went up to Tirupati and I bribed that fellow. That Balaji also didn't help. So I came down and I went in search of these Allahs and the Jesus and the astrologer and the numerologist and the gemologist and the vastuologist. Already I was poor. These people made me even poor. That is when I went to Ramakrishna Mutt, saw a picture of Swami Vivekananda. Below the picture, it was written, to me, he is not an atheist who does not believe in God. To me, he is an atheist who does not believe in himself. For the belief in God starts with the belief in self. I got the message what I wanted. Started believing in myself. Slowly but steadily, my life started changing. Today, there is a Monday God. Some gods are powerful on Thursdays. Some gods are powerful on Saturdays. Some gods are powerful in the morning. Some gods are powerful in the night. There is a tamasha happening in this country in the label of God. Ours is the only country where the first bribe is to God. And the first corruption is God accepting the bribe, not honoring the commitment. There was one guy who was praying to God every day. For 3 years, he was praying, I believe. I want to win a lottery ticket. I want to win a lottery ticket. I want to win a lottery ticket. One day, God got very angry, it seems, came in his dreams and told, first go buy a lottery ticket. Keep on praying and praying and praying and not doing any work. What can that poor fellow God do? Today, my routine is 5 minutes, pray as though everything depends on God. Rest of the waking moment, work as though everything depends on me. I think God did not create man. Man created God, but is a useful creation. Minus that creation, the world will not be together. Rich people beg inside the temple, poor people beg outside the temple. Whether you are rich or poor depends on where you are begging. God is not the author of your destiny. God is a co-author. So that is first is self-belief and then God belief. And that changed my life. And that was the good lesson I got from my life on that point of time. The good one was I was a Tamil medium student. I don't know. I am a A for apple, B for boy. That much only English I know. And one day my father told business success and English are related. Here is a boy who was idolizing the father, want to be like a father. And the father, I'm saying that business success and English are related. And then I started reading the Hindu paper, only sports page. Then I started reading some Reader's Digest. Then I went to Coimbatore, bigger city, co-ed college, English medium. I was like a fish out of water, but slowly, steadily started adjusting. Most of the classes we used to bunk and hang around in college rather than going to the class. One professor Tyagarajan used to take class very interestingly, and I used to attend that class. One day he was talking about a book called Future Shock by Alvin Toffler. In that, Alvin Toffler have predicted all the digital revolutions. What we are enjoying today is predicted by Alvin Toffler in Future Shock book. I believe Indira Gandhi used to spot the trends or think ahead reading his book. And I went and bought that book, 440-page book. So far, I would have read some 40-page. Every time I try to read one half page only, I will sleep off. Tamil medium boy and Alvin Toffler, no connections. And one of his favorite quote is, "The illiterates of the 21st century are not the ones who cannot read and write. The illiterates of the 21st century are the ones who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn." I think in COVID context, it's it to the T. So here I was, and then I used to buy books from the platform. 50 rupees books, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Your Erroneous Zones, I Am Okay, Are You Okay, Think and Grow Rich, one of my favorite book by Napoleon Hill. I used to buy this book, read one chapter, maximum two chapter, Tamil medium boy. What can you do? Trying to, but I was in search mode. That's how powerful is subconscious mind. Okay, the seed what my father has sown is working different ways. So I trying to find a what do you call the destination. And I used to buy that book, and it was happening. And then I came to my favorite bookshop called Landmark in Chennai. Ironic, now it is closed. And I was browsing a counter, and in the counter was a book called Innovative Secrets of Success by Dr. Dennis Whiteley. I love these two words. One is innovation, another is success. Since both the words are together, I took that book. After that, my life changed.
Okay.
I opened that book. It was not a book, it was an audio cassette. I got a Walkman, put this cassette into this Walkman, started listening. First time I heard an English guy speak in a language with which I can understand. The guru will appear when this Shishya is ready. I was ready. I heard that cassette. Then I started listening to audio cassettes. I had now I have 1,000 audio video collections. I have Seven Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, Dennis Whiteley, Psychology of Motivation, Psychology of Winning, then John Maxwell, Shiv Khera, Mahatria, um, Robin Sharma, Anita Roddick, my favorite. All these things I keep on getting these cassettes and keep on listening. On one side, I was going through problem. Another side, I kept on listening. This keeps my mindset very positive and progressive. Okay, it is the mindset. End of the day, it is a mindset game. In a negative world, if you are learning to look at the glass as half full, you have the it's half empty. Both are facts. If you learn to look at the glass as half full, you have won the game. Positive thinking will not guarantee you success in life, but negative thinking will guarantee failure. So I was thinking positive at every point of time because of my audio learning from so many experts at that point of time. I have literally psyched myself. And people who used to see me at that point of time think this fellow is having what they call this headphone and listening to music. This fellow is in so much of problem, useless fellow, reckless fellow, and this thing. That is how the world used to think. That is their problem. It doesn't matter for me. So what the beauty of audio is, you can convert all your downtime into uplink time. If you have to read a book, the lighting should be good. The nobody should be disturbing. Calm atmosphere should be there. Only then you can read some 30, 40 page. But if you put the let the put your ear plug, let the world go to hell. My walking time has become a learning time. My driving time has become a learning time. My waiting time has become a learning time. Every day, 3 hours, 30 hours, 30 years, and that's what is me. And that was made me. You all go on car and bike. You keep on listening to Ilayaraja music, yeah, Rahman music. Only their life will change. Our life won't change. Our life will change only when we convert our downtime into uplink time. Formal education will make you survive in life. Continuous education will make you fortune. So nobody in college, nobody in school with so much of loss. Continuous education, continuous education, continuous education. Kept on learning every day. Come what may, 3 hours. Minimum 3 hours. Some days are more. So that is what has made me. I think that is a singular plus point in me. If I can do it, anyone can do it. So that's the message I want to give it to the world.
That's a very, very powerful message. I was reading this book, Diary of a CEO, just last week, and Even I do this. I don't read. I listen to audiobooks because it's just easier, right? Like you said, your downtimes can then be converted. And even if you're brushing your teeth, you're still, listening to something useful. So even I do that. And one of the things I remember, which resonates so well with what you said, is it's not about, it has around 33 laws of success. And one of the rules is around just progressing, right? So you don't have to look for perfection. It's tiny bits of improvement every day that would eventually, leave you. And there's also this saying that a flight, if it deviates by 1 degree, right? So I think that's also something, I think those two resonate so well with what you said, because you're giving some time of your life to self improvement every day on a consistent basis. And you may not see the change one day, but over a period of time, you will see what that has done for you. And that is like, such a powerful message that you put out.
Consistent progress will lead to monumental possibilities. I think that's the
I think that's true for everything in life, whether it is work, whether it is relationship, whether it is even finance, right? If you last day I was speaking to somebody in finance, he said nothing. Just be consistent, just keep putting little amount and let compounding do the work, right? As simple as that. So I think everywhere in life it's about doing those small things consistently. And whatever you're not doing, I think that also compounds the same way.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Jim Rohn says success is few simple disciplines practiced every day. And he says failure is few error in judgments repeated every day. And that's it. If you want to lose weight, if you want to have a good health, you want a good wealth, you want a good happiness, I think anything as the thing, I think this is very, very simple. Then Jim Rohn is my all-time favorite. There is no one equal to him. He can really, really mesmerize. I think he's a rock star.
Right. Okay. The other another question I have for you is, when you got into the space of beauty and wellness, at that point it wasn't looked at it and looked in that manner. Like you said, there were two categories of parlors. One was the extra luxury in five-star hotels, and the other are these very local ones, which are, again, like you mentioned, not very hygienic, not very appealing for somebody to go to. What um what motivated you to find, like, to actually say that you this will work? Why did you think this will work, and how did you sort of navigate the whole, so because you're almost changing a societal setting, right? Hardly people are going, and if there are people going, they are maybe willing to pay 10 rupees for an eyebrows. How are you changing that? How did you navigate that whole social sort of stigma or situation around it?
No, I had three criteria to select. One is I want a business which is small enough so that Veena can manage. Second is I wanted a business which is multinational free competition because I'm coming from a devastating failure. I don't want a business which is highly competitive. And three, I wanted a business which is highly scalable. Okay, these are the criteria with which I was looking, and beauty salon fixed the T. And that time, Lakme was there. Lakme was 130 salon, and I used to marvel at that brand. I said one day we should be like Lakme, and that's now they're half our size. So that's how much life has changed in the process. But that is the thing we had. And then my mom is very unhappy with me. One, she brokered a wonderful deal. I dropped it. And second, she says that don't do this business. This is not for us. It's not for educated and people from a good this thing. And both the things I did not listen. So it is not that especially when your elders, family members, I fondly call them as well-meaning negative thinkers. Okay, it is when you are disagreeing with them. Please understand you are not disrespecting them. They are two different things. You can have your own what you call way of life. You can have your own dreams. You can pursue that. You can have your own talent. Don't compromise it for anyone else. I think it is your dream, your life. You have to live on your terms. Only then you can give power to that. Many a times we wanted to satisfy everybody, especially our family members. Then you should only sell ice creams. If You can't do anything else. Okay, if you want to sell and make everybody happy, you have to sell ice creams. But life at that point of time, so disagreeing and what do you call disrespecting are two different things. Please don't disrespect your parents, because for them everything is for the children. But at the same time, the parents also and the family members also should recognize children are through us, not by us. I think there comes a time, I think we should have that say. I think at a point of time, my mom realized it. And I said, okay, I know you will be successful. My best wishes are for you. But we have given you a choice, but you have not selected. But now, bloody well, make it successful. That even strengthened my resolve. Okay, these kind of things, when you take life in your hand, the commitment means when you don't give yourself to choice. That kind of commitment. You should look at life and then look at it like that. Life will open doors. It may take a little longer time. That's all. We all grossly overestimate what we can do in 1 year and underestimate what we can do in 10 years. Again, the same point what you are talking about in compounding. I think we grossly overestimate. I think once you are putting life in perspective, 10 years, I'm not in a hurry. I want to do this and I like the business and I want to go through that. And I think life will open doors like nobody's business.
So when your mom said things like this, it must have impacted you, right? How did you navigate that? Or you were, I mean, as a kid, there will be a part of you which would feel a bit of emotional hurt in some manner. Of course, you navigated through it. How did you do that?
No, if you ask me, it is difficult. It is not easy.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
it is not easy. So now we can, on hindsight, we can say all these
That's,
tamashas.
yeah.
Okay, we can look at it in this. But at that point of time, it was difficult. But having said that, this audio cassette, this thing only gave me the confidence, because I was been reading and listening to so many things. I've heard of this guy called Thomas Monahan, who was a founder of what do you call Domino's Pizza. His story and my story are exactly similar. Okay, same experience, same success, same failure. A world drops all medical legal cases, everything. But after that, he completely took life on his hand and started putting it together. I said, I can also put it. If he can do it, I can do it. That's the message I was trying to give myself continuously. And that is really, really this thing. Temporarily, people around you will be unhappy. That's okay. But on a long term, they are all very, very happy. I think that's what is very important. If you want to make people temporary happy, permanently unhappy, or you want to make permanent, then you have to live your life, right? At the end of the day, that I was very clear. I want to live my life, and I tell everyone, please live their life. Even in husband and wife, you can have a life together, but you have a separate life for you. That please don't miss it.
Yeah, no, I know that these are things that impact because I, even in my life, for example, there are decisions which I have made which my family has not been okay. There was a time period where my dad did not speak to me for almost 9 months. And obviously at that time it impacted me a lot. Now we are all very, good and everything is fine. And everybody is happy about the life choices I have made. But at that instance, I know that it's something that, can be very hard to live through, and you're constantly second guessing your decisions, because people are questioning your decisions a lot. That's why I asked you that question. There must have been quite a lot of second guessing within yourself, even though on the outside you put up that front, or these were these audio cassettes that were helping you through those
I,
second
I was
guesses.
psyching myself. I was psyching myself through the audio learning only, with various analogies, various example, various people. And one thing about these Westerners, they are able to put it logically. See, that is the beauty of the Western society. Give that devil the due. Everything is logical. It is connecting. 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Whether it is Jaslin or CKK doesn't matter. In the Western way of looking at life, everything is logical, and they are able to say, okay, you are in this problem, you do this, you do this, you do this, then you will be able to come out. And this person has come out by doing this. So then we are saying that we are seeing the path to what you call the success. Once we are saying path to success and somebody has done it, and then it is only matter of time. We are figuring it out in our own way. So that's what I would say that this thing.
How did you grow the business then? Did you start with your marketing? Like, so you opened your first salon.
Got the equipments from Italy, put this together, and said it's going to work out like nobody's business people are. And I also, two things happened. One is that time one famous makeup artist, beautician, who was talking in the television. Okay, who was very popular. Me and Veena went to her and asked her what should we be doing, and she said Veena should get trained as a makeup artist or something of the business. Then only you should start. We came home and we discussed, and he said we should not know anything technical of the business. If you know technical of the business, then we become a makeup artist. We want to build a chain. Okay, that is the first thing. The one of my favorite thing on this is few years before I went to US, and I was carrying two suitcases with me, and one suitcase my friend came to pick me up. One suitcase I put in the car's boot. Another I said I will keep it in my lap. He said no worry, keep it in the front. I said how do you keep it in the front? And he went inside. He opened the bonnet. I kept the suitcase there, and I came and said it's a Tesla. First time it was 5, 7, 8 years before Tesla. This was electric car was a new thing. So and I imagined to myself and said only an Elon Musk who was from outside the industry can disrupt the industry. Not GM, not BMW, not Maruti, not Suzuki. Because he is from the outside the industry, there is no rules to him. Okay, people from outside the industry have got a huge advantage. Same advantage I have. I am from outside the industry. I don't know the rules. If you don't know the rules, life is beautiful. If you know the rules, you can only make incremental progress. If you don't know the rules, it is bliss. You can disrupt it, and that's what I exactly did. I did not look at it as a salon business. I look at it as a franchising business. I looked at it as a woman entrepreneur creating business. I looked at as a job creation opportunity. Completely different lens with which I looked at it, and the world was looking at something else. And that was what made a huge difference for me in Naturals. So the first year was I made a business of 20 lakh and made a loss of 10 lakh. Second year I made a business of 30 lakh and made a loss of 5 lakh. Third year I made a business of 40 lakh and made a loss of 2 lakh. All my friends and well-wishers told me, you are not lucky, you don't have a B positive blood group, go join your brother, business won't come to you. All this blah 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 have started. So for me, I'm deaf to them. So for me, I'm saying my business is turnover is going up, loss is coming down. I see a light at the end of the tunnel, but nobody is fellow. This fellow is a mad fellow. He will not listen. That's what people said. I said okay, no problem, and I started pursuing it. Fourth year, I made my first profit, 50,000 rupees. Then I opened my second salon. Then I made 2 lakhs money. And then into I wanted to make Naturals as the number one salon chain in Chennai. Made a project report with the auditor, went and met the bankers. Banker told beauty parlor means 3 lakh should be the project cost, 2 lakh is what the bank will fund, 1 lakh is what you are supposed to bring. 20 lakh and 30 lakh for a beauty parlor means it is unviable. I will tell one advice to all the entrepreneur. If a banker rejects your application, that means it's a very good project. Go pursue it. Bankers are only financiers. They don't know how business. It is your passion and how you are what they call putting it together. So for me, no, I'm a Jack Canfield student. Jack Canfield is the guy who wrote the book called Chicken Soup for the Soul. In one of the chapters, he will talk about SW, 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 which means some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. So I kept on knocking the door, and I used to play a game called Possibility Thinking Game. Any problem you are there in life, you follow this principle, you will be successful. This is a principle by Robert Schuller, who wrote the book called Tough Times Never Last, but Tough People Do. That cassette only I would have listened to 300 times. I can now tell that the entire thing by default. Okay, in one of the things he will talk about possibility thinking game. Any problem you are facing in life, list the problem on top. Then write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. List 10 ways of solving the problem. First three will come easily. Next three will not come easily. Last four will be very difficult. But while you are listing, do not evaluate. Complete the listing. Then go back and check one by one. Unknowingly, you would have solved the problem. Okay. Why it happens is, one is it is a game. You have to look at the problem as a game. Okay. Game playing mindset. Mindset is very important. Second is you are exhausting all the possibility in front of you. Many a time we get stuck with the one and two and we are surrounding there. Once you are having a mindset which is a game playing mindset and have exhaust all the possibility in front of you, unknowingly you would have solved the problem. Okay. God never gives you a problem without you having the potential to solve the problem. So you believe in that and then go ahead and try it, you would have cracked it. And that is what has helped me at that point of time. And that is the, I went and met the banker 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. And 54th, the banker said yes. And he said yes for a very frivolous reason. He said, I like the husband and wife doing the business together. I was having a 3-year profitability. I was having Anna Nagar in Chennai prime property. Everything was there, but nobody was giving. Okay. And this man said, I like the husband and wife doing the business together. That means you will repay. I said, okay, whatever you want to say, you give. I took that money from him, opened the next 3 salons. And when with the money, I opened the next salon. 6 year into business, 6 salons, life was bliss. And I'm a growth addict. My role model is Anita Roddick. Anita Roddick is the owner of the Body Shop International. I heard her cassette once in the audio cassette. Me and Veena were psyched again. Any entrepreneur, especially woman entrepreneur who wants to do business, please listen to Anita Roddick's Body and Soul. It will change lives. From a housewife to an what you call world entrepreneur, not even world entrepreneur, she became a what you call influencer of the world at that point of time. And how she built it step by step, and what are the unconventional business philosophies she uses. She will talk only like this: commerce with a conscience. I think that word only is so exhilarating for me. Commerce with a conscience. So far, we all think businessman means fraud. You need to cheat somebody. You need to you exploit somebody. You need to. She says commerce with a conscience. I said, this is what I was looking for. And I went and met her, and her franchise ideas, many of her ideas we started employing here. Then we put an advertisement saying wanted franchises, and some 340 people applied for me. And I get the form from Anita Radhik, adopted to Salon, sent it to 340 people. 33 people were replied to me. Connected with these 33 people, 3 of them were serious. Finally, 3 became 0. Way back in 2007. This industry is considered to be a taboo industry. We are a husband and wife couple, not a multinational company. And 30 lakh is too much for a beauty parlor. This is how the world thought. For me, no means next. Okay, it is a next idea, or a next person came out with a next idea, told my friends and relatives, I will invest 50%. You invest 50%. I will do the startup work. You do the day-to-day management. Let us share the profit 50-50%. Suddenly, this idea clicked. All my friends and well-wishers said, then the next year 6 became 13. Next year it became 27. Next year it became 56. I said, no more investing money. I can't, because I don't have so much of money. I said, now brand has arrived. I have arrived. Announced full franchising. That year we made 130 more stores. Then it became the next. After that, momentum has come. Brand has come. I put Janelia as our brand ambassador. And Bharti Walmart was a wife of the decision maker. We put an advertisement in Femina magazine. The decision maker saw the advertisement, and she told her husband. Her husband called me and she asked, "Is it a downloaded image or a original image of Janelia?" I said, "It's an original image, and I run 124 salons then." She said, "Come over, I want to speak to you." I went to Walmart in Delhi, presented my credentials. They gave me a mandate to open 250 stores across all their easy day shops. That was one of the important milestone for Naturals. But around the way I was, that did not give me satisfaction. It's not. By the time I became the number one in South India, I started making a lot of money. I became very popular. Genelia was the brand ambassador. Then it became Karina Kapoor. All these things, and this thing. I have a dream. My dream is to erase the word called housewife from the Indian dictionary. I have a goal. My goal is to create 1,000 successful women entrepreneurs, 3,000 salons, and 50,000 jobs by 31st December 2029. I realized if I have to make my dream come true, I need a lot of money. I'm from a middle class housewife, what do you call, family with a lot of siblings. In the middle class, we have a problem. We think the rich are arrogant, rich are bad, rich will exploit the poor. To desire to become rich is wrong. This is the unsaid word in the Indian middle class, and I was a victim of that. That is when I met my teacher Mahatriya. He told me every good human being has the moral responsibility to be rich. If the good people do not desire to become rich, money will go in the hands of bad people, and the bad people will use it to destroy good people. So, in your own selfish interest, desire to become rich. It is not the action of the bad people which destroy the society, it is the inaction of the good. Money is beautiful. Money gives you a choice. Money gives you a choice of what dress to wear. Money gives you a choice of what car to drive. Money gives you a choice of where you can put your children to school. Money gives you a choice of where you can get hospitalized when you are sick. Money is beautiful, but money is not everything. Money is like a fuel to your car. It is neither the journey nor the destination. You are not going to travel to Kottayam because your car has got petrol. You are going to go to Kottayam because you want to meet your parents. So money is not your journey, it is not your destination. It is just a part of the transportation system. Don't chase money, make money chase you by providing a good product or a good service. That is the message he gave me. That opened up my mind. I said, I want to be rich and I want to make people around me rich. I want to make the world to be rich. Good money, my good people should have money. Money in the hands of good people will build a great country. Money and power in the hands of bad people will destroy a good country. And that's how I started looking at my life at that point of time. After that, mindset has changed me completely. And that was again a very, very pivotal moment for me. I needed that message at that point of time. That's what I said. The Guru will appear when Sishya is ready. I was ready, so that message was given to me then. And with that, I started looking at franchising as partners. I never looked at franchising as, can I get a bakra and cut it and make some more money? So that is where the franchising is in India, it is a grossly misunderstood word. So I completely redefined it, built a very healthy system, made entrepreneurs out of nobody. And that has really made me very, very important in life. And that made my journey very, very special.
I mean, I am only so inspired just listening to your, and again, I have so many questions around it, right? I think when you said that 53 places you went for loan and you still had the courage and the guts to go to the 54th, I think even that is so huge because I don't know how many people do that. I think a lot of people might get highly demotivated. Like, I'm sure if I was in that place and I have gone and spoken to 53 people and I'm still, not getting loan, I might doubt myself as well. Like, okay, am I even doing the right thing?
Did I have doubt? I had doubt.
For sure, right?
Okay, on top of it, we need to take action.
Yeah. But I think that is so inspiring that,
Again, hearing to so many people, when somebody somewhere has done it, no,
yeah,
then why not me?
right. Right. No, I think that is like really inspiring. Another question I had is because it is you and your wife who started it. A husband and wife having a business together can be great and can also be horrible. So I am sure even when you navigated the business, there might have been challenges which you would have faced just because you are partners at home and bringing up kids together and also partners at work, right? How did you navigate that? Did you have such challenges? And how did you sort of navigate that?
One thing which has happened, which is good for us at that point of time, or I believe, is we used to live with Veena's father and mother. Actually, they adopted me. Okay, my mom told we are 5 kids. Said take one boy. It doesn't matter for our family. Okay, so like that he gave this thing. So I became a what do you call house son-in-law. That also gave me a very different version. See, traditionally the women used to come to the boys' house. From the name to the culture to the food to the friends, everything for her is changing. So she adopts, she manages, etc., etc. For me, it is the other way around. So I had a huge opportunity of learning from so many Veena's friends and relatives. Okay, that gave me a new perspective to life. One of the area because Veena, one sister, mother-in-law, father-in-law. So again, women were dominating. So I saw the power of women again there at home, how they are handling tough situation, how they are doing. And both my kids are actually brought up by my mother-in-law and father-in-law, not by me and Veena. That freed us our time. In Indian culture, it's a huge, huge plus point which many people don't use. I urge all the people, please exploit your father-in-law, mother-in-law, father, mother to the hilt because they enjoy the grandchildren so much, and the grandchildren are much safer with the people rather than a maid or some support staff. I'm not against support staff or anything, but I think it's such a beautiful thing about our culture. And I exploited it to the hilt, and that has made one thing this thing. Second thing about Veena is perhaps made as a very she quickly understood that this fellow, one, he won't listen. Second, she also understood that whatever problem he gets into, he has the potential to come out of it. She's always supportive of me. One of my very low time, which I'm not told in anything, is there are a couple of legal cases where I have to take Veena along to the court. Was one of my very low times. That is a breaker. That is emotional. The other things, if I am going, I will rationalize it. This is emotional. That is the time I had really broken down. But again, picking up next day morning, listening to one cassette. So life is moved on like that. So for me, the support structure at home with my father-in-law and mother-in-law, that has really helped me to overcome. The children partner portion also they are taken care. Me and Veena does not know anything about domestic chores even now. Completely outsourced. It is a bliss. Let me tell you, it's a bliss, and they enjoy it. What better combination can we have? So that's what has happened to me. So what's your other part of the question?
So I wanted to say, so when you have disagreements, right, between you and your wife, how do you manage that? Because it's not like a standard partner in a business. This person is also your life partner at home. So there is an added, dimension to it. How do you manage that?
It was very difficult in the beginning, especially when we had very frugal money, very frugal resources. Veena was taking care of the front end. I was taking care of the back end. Then at a point of time, we had a discussion and told, "Hey boy, you are not good in front end, and I am not good in the back end. Let us reverse roles." And she came to the background. She's a very organized person. She desk is very clean. Everything is system process. That's how she thinks. I am a very intuitive person. I see opportunities. I take half chances, and I'm what do you call intuitively. I the work. So I took care of the front end of the business. Then life has completely moved off. Once it taken off, then everybody the friction became lesser. When it was very down, when there was enough and more fiction. The life, the first 10 years of the business was every day. How are we going to make the salary? How are we going to make the electricity bill? How are we going to make the vendor payment? All this struggle we went through that first 10 years, and that point of time it was difficult. But the minute we reversed the roles, it has really scaled. And once it scaled, we found our own passion, or each of us found. They always used to say, a rabbit should run, a rabbit should not swim. So identify your strength and play to your strength. So what you are good at, each of the entrepreneurs should identify what is his strength and play to the strength. And then there is another thing which I learned during that point, which is very useful. I want to share it to all the fellow entrepreneurs. Is an entrepreneur should have three qualities. Quality number one, he should be an outstanding salesman. Okay, today naturals I should be able to. And I'm not salesman means not selling at the door and selling day to day in the door to door salesman. I'm talking about ability to sell your product, ability to sell whatever you represent. When I represent naturals, I should sell naturals better than anybody else. Okay. The second one is we should be able to read numbers. Language of business is finance. College teaches mathematics. It doesn't teach finance. College teaches language. It doesn't teach communication. College teaches history, it doesn't teach you how to become a leader. College teaches you geography, it doesn't teach you how to travel. So real life and academics are completely different. So here is me, extraordinary finance person you should be. You should know what is the capex, you should know what is the opex, you should know to read the balance sheet, you should know profit and loss, you should know what is your monthly income, you should know it by back of your palm, and you should be able to dream about it. Number should come in your dream. That kind of thing should be there. Third is you should be an extraordinary people person. Different age group, different gender, different income group, different culture. You should be able to move like that. Only when you have all these three characters, you should become an entrepreneur. If you are having two, your co-founder should have one. That way you can balance. Otherwise, you can be an employee. There is nothing wrong about being an employee or nothing great about becoming an entrepreneur. But you can't go to an Annapurna hotel and ask for a chicken biryani. That won't come. Okay. If you are becoming an entrepreneur, you should acquire three qualities. Today, Indra Nui and Sundar Pichai are making last year's salary is 2000 crores. There is nothing like only an entrepreneur can make money, employee cannot make. Employee can make more money in this world. Okay, but when you are an employee, you can excel in one skill and you can keep on moving up. When you are an entrepreneur, you need to balance these three skills. That much clarity, once you have, you will know where you are lacking, who is your co-founder, how you are going to balance and put it together. You have something very interesting going. That framework, once I got it, that has given me momentum.
Right. Interesting. You also clearly stated that you're very passionate about women empowerment. You were driven by a mission of having a housewife free India. Being a man yourself, what triggered you to actually get on to this journey? Because as a woman, I understand you might yourself face these challenges more closely, and so you might be driven to resolve them. But being a man, what what got you gearing towards this mission?
Youngest being me at 13, eldest at 24, four sibling in between. And she said, I'm going to be your father and mother. I did not even grasp what she's trying to say. But for next 35 years, she did exactly that. Here is a woman, 42-year-old, when she got married and came to Tamil Nadu. She's from Andhra Pradesh. She did not even know Tamil. She did not much English at that point of time. Six children, stranded. She has all the reason to cry, all the reason to feel helpless, all the reason to feel what you call hopeless. She did none of the above. She took the life in her hand. In front of her eyes, she showed courage in action. And that was a big lesson for us. We don't have to go outside and learn any lessons. This was day-to-day lesson was happening in front of our eyes. And I go back and see the real world. And in the 10th class, 9 out of 10 toppers are girls. And in the 12th, 8 out of 10 toppers are girls. In college, again, 7 out of 10 toppers are girls. Then they join the work. It becomes 6. Then they may get married. They make a couple of babies. And something happens. It's called theory of missing women. The Indian women disappear from the society and they reappear by 50 by the time the world has changed. And they feel helpless, they feel hopeless, and they feel world is unfair. All they think they feel some kind of God will come and save them, blah, blah, blah. Nothing will happen. This is what I have seen in that. And I seen one girl who is extremely talented, extreme potential. And she got married and her husband is a little dumb guy. And she acted, she doesn't want to outshine the boy. She acted little dumb. And after some time, the guy find another woman and said, "You are dumb. I don't want to live with you." Who is to blame for this? Is this girl to blame, or the guy to blame, or the society to blame? I will feel the girl is to be blamed because she had everything going for him. She pretended. That's what I used to say. Please do not miss the real world, and please do not allow the world to miss the real you. The real you and the fake you. You can't fake too much. And women are faking for family, women are faking for themselves, women are faking for the society. Too much faking happening in this world. I think the faking has to go. My mom says so beautifully. She says, "What you feel, what you think, what you say, what you report having done should be the same. What you feel, what you think, what you do, what you say, what you do, and what you report having done. should be the same. The life journey is to bridge the gap. I'm not saying anybody is perfect in that, but we have to keep on bridging a little, 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 so that we stand in front of the mirror, we feel proud of ourselves. I think that is what is the enemy to be won is inside. The enemy is not outside. Once we realize that the enemy is inside, and we slowly, life journey is to win that enemy inside, I think life becomes bliss. And that is when I saw the power of women. I saw that is where women are dropping the ball. I actually I'm angry. People call me women. So exponent of women empowerment. Whom might empower women? Women are already empowered. Only thing they don't know. Okay. I'm a beneficiary of women entrepreneurship. I have shrewdly put a business model looking at the power of women and the opportunity and the challenges and my this thing. And I put a win-win deal. Okay. I put a win-win. That's my strength. But who am I to empower women? The power is already there. Everything is there. They are not taking. Authorities and responsibilities are never given. It is taken. Women of this country, especially, are not willing to take authorities and responsibility. That's a gross. That no, I can't. Nobody can help. That's what I'm angry about. And that is when I see so much. I don't have any problem in a not talented, not what you call this thing person failing. Here is a bundle of energy, bundle of potential, bundle of talent, little bit of lack of self-belief, and little bit of a lack of societal conditioning, and they drop the ball like that. That is unacceptable. If that is a problem, then I have to be the solution, and that's how my business model is made.
To be honest, I think I resonate so much with you because there are often even I believe that and I'm not saying our society is not to blame. Of course, our society has played a pivotal role in women not taking up these kind of roles, or even like whether the example you gave, behaving dumb or tuning themselves down to make sure everybody else is comfortable. But I think I also believe that even the women who have done well are also born to the same society. They were not born in a
Absolutely,
different
absolutely,
planet.
absolutely, absolutely.
So, you have to, that is the reality. Those are the cards you are dealt with. What do you do with them, right? Do you want to play victim your whole life, or, be upset about it? Or do you want to take charge of it and then work towards a change? Because, yes, you may not be able to change everybody's life, but at least your life, there might be things that you can change. It may not be easy for everybody, but I think there is a certain amount of power, like you said, that everyone holds within them, that they can unleash to make their lives better.
Yeah,
uh,
Gandhi says so beautifully. He says, in a gentle way, you can shake this world.
That is so true. That is so true, right? Even when you spoke about, I think well wishers and things like that, negative thinkers, well wishers. Even I feel that it's just best to let people have their opinion and let them say what they want to, and I think that's fine. You don't have to disagree with them. You don't have to fight with them. You do your life. You keep doing
You know,
what
you
you.
can disagree with them, but you
Yeah.
should not disrespect them.
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
very
Correct.
particular on that.
Correct. Correct.
In
Correct.
many ways, at a young age,
Yeah.
okay, that this thing should not cross. That's a Lakshman Rekha for me.
Right, 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 right. No, I think I totally get that, right? Like, because I feel like there are a lot of things where I have had to disagree with my parents in terms of what I want to do. And I've done the same thing, literally followed that playbook. I've just been like, okay, I don't think this will work out for me. I get where you are coming from, and I think that would have been right for you, but this may not be right for me. And I think when you just still respect them while you are saying that, I think over a period of time, they get it that, okay, the person is not looking to harm anybody. And you get it that, okay, they are allowed to make decisions about their life like you did. And over a period of time, I think they sort of understand, okay, it's just, they also are looking to just explore and sort of becoming successful. Recently, you shared a post, right, about if you are a woman who has a father's or a husband's last name, you should drop it.
I think that is the society way of conditioning. That I was telling you the example of a girl. Okay, I think the society way of conditioning that you cannot have your own this thing. Women have to play only secondary role. You can't have play a primary role. So because of that, your name is given. You are carrying your father's name. After your this thing, you are carrying the husband name. Earlier generation is all fine. I was asking them why is this happening. Then somebody told at that point of time only the men used to go out of home and they used to be the breadwinner, and the world will know only the men. So to tell so and so's wife was the connecting point. So they were doing like that. Now that point is not there. It is no more relevant. Okay, why is it that hangover still there? Was my question I used to ask everyone, and this is the only answer I got. Then I said, okay, I will talk about it. Yes, relationship is very important. Being a wife, being a mother, being a daughter, being a sister, being a whatever role you play is very important. But you have a more important relationship. With that relationship is with you. First, take care of yourself before assisting others in their life. You are not here to assist other people living their life. You have your own life. I think that is the first one message I want to give to women very strongly. And this is how the world is conditioning them. That so and so's wife. Well, if Veena has to be called Veena Kumaravel, then I should call Kumaravel Veena. Then it is equality. We all go talk equality, femininity, all those things outside. If you don't practice at home, then it doesn't become equal. So that is why I am saying that, hey, if your husband is taking, if it is a family name, it's a fine, it's a different issue. Daughter and son given the same thing. Otherwise, only son is privileged and daughter is not privileged. And quite a few times, even now I see, daughter is brought up in a one particular way. Son, the privilege for the son is little more. I think that is not the right parenting. That's not the right approach to this thing. Luckily, this generation of youngsters are not allowing it, especially the millennials are will shoot us if we do that. But still, somewhere down the line, I still feel that hangover is there. So some kind of societal conditioning we should make it to a talk point. I also don't know the answer. I'm just trying to. I'm not. Who am I? I don't have all the answers, but I'm trying to make it into a talk point to the society. If it becomes a talk point to the society, somebody will give clarity, and if it is good, let all everybody use it. If it is not good, let us drop it. Because one of the problem in the name of culture, we're taking a lot of redundant value systems. That has to, and today's it has to evolve. Value system has to continuously evolve, and value system has to be learnt from everybody in the world. We don't have to hate another religion. Don't have to hate another country. We don't have to hate another culture. I think whatever is good in everyone will take it. Whatever is bad in us, we should drop it. I think one of the good thing I think Tamil Nadu has done one notch above is dropping the caste name. One of the curse of the Hinduism is the caste hierarchy. Okay, indirectly there is a hierarchy in the caste, and when you go out and talk about it in public, that means you are superior and so and so is inferior. In Tamil Nadu, in the local parlance, in the this thing, the caste has been completely removed. Still, it is there in marriage, and still it is there in the politics. Minus that, in the local parlance, it is completely removed. That has really helped us because we don't look at each other with any hierarchy in mind. In my house, one of the good thing what my mom did, which taught us is value people. I used to speak about that. All the people, whether it is a driver, maid, all of us will sit in our dining table and eat. All of us at one point they will do the respective work, but another point they are all equal. So my mom says so beautifully, value people. And she says, people who are physically, mentally, socially, psychologically, financially below you, don't push them down, pull them up. Call the driver by name. Celebrate mate's birthday. In little things you do, you uplift them. You don't have to do fancy things. Just treat them as a human being. Why not? I think those are the value system what she has imbibed in us. Today, the benefit of it is I can connect with everyone like nobody's business. Like one of the this thing the salon, whenever I go to the salon opening, the first thing I do is call the housekeeping person and tell the team that she or he is one of the important person of the team, and take a picture with her. Picture. I think that sends the message. I think in my mind that's all my mom's gift.
I think that's so great. You also were one of the first companies to do unisex salons, right? Again, what motivated you? Because men were used to like a 50 rupees haircut. How did you convince them that you
No, I
have to
think
pay
the
nine times
person who
that?
was heading the Taj salon, she only taught us the salon business. We did not know anything of it
Okay.
because we were using that. She said, person coming there, Taj, that is where the business is. If we give that, that will be a new experience to the people. We wanted to be one notch above Lakme. Okay. And that point of time, we are also lucky child. See, India before 2000 and India after 2000 are two different animal. First salary of the daughter is more than the last salary of the father. Or new India and a unisex work environment. Before that, men used to work, women used to be at home, homemaker. Okay, so this is new India. The women, girls have started working, and parents don't want their money, so they were spending on grooming. They were spending on what you call going to a restaurant, going to a mall, shopping, buying a bike, buying a flat. All this new India has come after 2000. Before that, where is the money? There is no money. There is no option. There is no need. All this have changed after I am telling we are a byproduct of a larger revolution created by Azim Premji and Narayana Murthy. They have created that the revolution there. Lot of support structure. We are all support structures, beneficiary of that larger revolution, and that's how we were at the right time at the right place. Unisex and business was very thing. I remember that girl who used to study in a Satyabama college then, and she used to come when we had one salon and she used to come and take this thing. I used to give 50% discount. And my team used to be very angry. She used to spend 500 rupees. Okay, I used to charge 250 rupees. And my team used to be very angry because that time 250, 500 is also big money. Fast forward 3 years, she joined Infosys. She got 50,000 rupees salary. She came and did one straightening, 10,000 rupees, all the blah, blah, blah. And then she called everybody in Infosys. Finally, we ended up opening a salon in Infosys. So the minute you start giving, world has got its own way of returning. And they return in buckets. You cannot connect this and that together.
What are the new things that you are excited about in terms of natural?
No, I'm very excited. So one is I want to make a truly, why not Indian brand be a global number one brand? Most of the Indian brands are not global number one brand because Indians don't think global. Indian don't think becoming number one. Why are there is so many 1,000 crore entrepreneurs in India? Because so many people don't think of 1,000 crores. Rain fills the size of the vessel you carry. Keep a spoon outside, rain will fill a spoon. Tumbler outside, bucket outside, river outside, ocean. It's only a what you call dream, right? That's why I said want people to dream big dreams. Don't have small dreams. Small dreams are not for Indians at this moment. 80s and 90s, if you want a good life, we need to go to America. 2020, if good life is to be given in this planet, it is going to happen only in India and the GCC. 19th century belonged to Europe. 20th century belonged to America. 21st century is an Asian century. It's an Indian century. The digital revolution happening in this country is unparalleled. 140 crore people, young aspirational population, 100 crore people having mobile smartphones, data cheapest in the world, everything is digitized. Zomatos and Swiggies and Zeptos and QR codes. Boss, we are in a living bliss world. At this point of time, mistake is happening where Indians are not dreaming big. The Annapurna and Saravana Bhavan are in food industry. The KFC and the Subway are in food industry. The Swiggy and Zomato are in food industry. The difference is business models. In this world, the values are hidden or trapped at an individual level, at a company level, at a community level, at a country level. Business model to unlock the hidden value using technology are going to be the new winners. I repeat, business models to unlock the hidden value using technology are going to be the new winners. Airbnb unlocked the hidden value of extra room with technology, world number one hotelier. Uber and Ola, extra car, technology, world number one transporter. Swiggy and Zomato. I was in a conference few years before. To my right was a Lakme Salon CEO. Left was a new elderly woman, and she said, "I am new to this industry. I come from an investment bank background. I see a very interesting opportunity. I will enter into it and figure it out." I said, "What do you mean by enter into it and figure it out?" I didn't even bother to collect her card. Fast forward 10 years, her name is called Falguni Nayyar, the owner of the Nika.com. Today she is worth 1 lakh crores. All of us put together is not even 50,000 crores. Unlocking the hidden value using technology. This is the new India. Big dream, connecting by technology, connecting all the youth. So many problems in India. Left there is a problem, right there is a problem, middle there is a problem, above there is a problem. Connect it with technology, boss, $1 billion opportunity. This time where you are living at that point of time is very important. This is the Asian Indian century, and so many what you call the unicorns and revolutions will be created. I am not very fascinated by unicorn. I feel so many millionaires should come. India requires millionaires. Among that, few will become billionaires. That's okay. But it's an opportunity for billion people to become millionaires. That is where I think India is at this point of time. The trick of the trade is, will the politicians and the bureaucrats and the people and the business community will work together and make this difference? Only time has to tell. But potential is there. Will it manifest through us? I think each of us have got an individual responsibility. One of my favorite question I ask everybody is, if not you, who? If not now, when? If these two questions are answered, I think we are in for a very exciting times.
Looking back, was there anything you would have done differently? Or
Definitely, I would not have dropped Raga ball. I still now carry that regret. I was at that point of time. I thought I dropped the ball, and I said the problem around me was too much. I was like Abhimanyu in Mahabharat, surrounded by problems and this kind of thing. One day I said, "Boss, I've tried again and again and again and again and again and again, failed. Okay, let me think something different. Let me give it a pause.
will you try now?
My life journey, I may not have made so much of 1,000 crores, 10,000 crores, but my life journey, and I will not trade it for anything. This is worth billions.
Will you start something like that now?
Yeah, I'm in the process.
Oh, is it?
Yes,
Oh,
it's
that's
called Next Phase.
oh, interesting name as well. When is it planned
It should
generate?
hit the market before this year, and yes, this year, and yes, already work is on.
Oh, that's nice. So
I'm trying everything. The Corona is again one of our biggest challenge. COVID, ours is a touch business, and COVID being COVID, there is no touch, and our business is finished. And Urban Company at that point of time took the business home, and they were creating a new business model. And that now that's also another thing we are working. Beauty, I'm now working on the process of making it into a world number one brand, because this is going to be offline. I don't think Robo is going to cut our hair for another 10 years. So, and this, I want to make it world number one. Second is I want to make it into a beauty tech business, because that is a big opportunity emerging. A lot of AI work we are doing. And third one we are looking at is coming back to the D2C business. Lot of adjacent opportunity. COVID has made us to pause and reflect. That is where we are at this point of time. So we are looking at life through a new window, new opportunity, and thank you, COVID. This is what we are saying.
that's really nice. If any one advice for women entrepreneurs who are maybe starting in the beauty or any industry for that matter?
Self belief, self belief, self belief. I think that is a sum and substance of, you are the creator of your own destiny. I think that is somebody told so powerfully. She said that women are foolish to pretend that they are equal to men. Actually, they are superior, and they always have been. I have seen with my mother, Anita Roddick, my wife Veena, and Falguni Nayar, so many people around me. I think women are actually more superior in every aspect. Only aspect they is they don't know that. Because they don't know that, men are using that and exploiting it, especially by not giving them financial freedom. Even working women are going and giving the money to the men, thinking that men will handle the money. I don't know to handle money. Whatever you think you don't know will affect rest of your life. One of my favorite story is about women in Karur, which is what did I give to the my franchise partners? I gave my company name is called Groom India. I want Indians to look good. If the Indians look good, they will feel good. If they feel good, they will perform good. They perform good, again they will look good. So Naturals is about the business, not about pedicure, manicure, facial. It is about giving confidence to the customer. When you come into Naturals, when you go out, you should feel one notch better. That's about the grooming, facial groom India. Second one is about confidence to my service provider. We call our service providers as the smile providers, because their job is to put smile in the customer's face. One day I walked into one of my salon. The receptionist did not recognize me. I felt half happy, half sad. I became so big, my one people not recognizing. The first person also did not recognize me. This time I became a little sad. The second person saw me and he said, "Please come, sir. I don't know whether you are treating me as a boss or as a customer. Did not matter." I said, "I want to have a quick shave. Can you help me?" He said, "Are you CK Kumaravel?" I said, "Thank God. Yes, I am." So he said, "Sir, I was wanting to come and meet you and say thank you. Lawyer, thank God you had come here." So I thought my franchise partner has given him some kind of a increment or some special training. I asked him for what. He said, "Sir, I am in this industry for the past 14 years. First 4 years I was working with my father. My father was called a barber. I was a hairdresser then. I joined Naturals, became a hairstylist. Then I became a style director. Today I'm a salon director. The way in which I started looking at me has changed. The way in which the family looks at me has changed. The way in which the society looks at me has changed. That is when I realized I have unknowingly touched a taboo activity and organized into a lifestyle business to give credibility and respect to that business. And there are many more businesses which are struggling in that taboo. I feel it's an opportunity for entrepreneurs to remove it. In the process, you will not only make money, you make a big social change. I think that's the second one. Third one is confidence to my franchise partner. Many of them are women. When they come to me first time, I am after all a woman. I don't know about business. Only my father knows, my husband knows, my brother knows. I said, okay, don't worry. We'll come. We'll all learn together. I'll join together and I will help you. And they join. Today, I can very proudly call I have created house husbands. The women have started making more money than the men, and the society is not yet ready for it. But let the society go to hell. Sometimes we need to confront the society. Women making money is good. Let them make. Let the men get comfortable. That's a different problem. So this woman was met me in when I opened my eighth salon in Coimbatore, and my partner introduced me. This is a family which spends 5,000 rupees those time. I said, "Thank you very much for your patronage." She said, "Sir, I am coming from Karur to Coimbatore, 150 kilometer every month. Twice we come as a family, only for natural salon. Why not we open in Karur?" I said, "We'll do a market survey and then do. It's a small town." She did not wait for me. She opened. She saw identified one place. She called me. I went there, liked the place, and she invited me to her house. I walked into her house. There was a BMW on the left hand side, Mercedes Benz on the right hand side, few more small cars. I told myself, why is this family wanting to open a natural salon? Anyway, 30 lakh loss also will not affect this family. Chalo, let us open. I opened the salon. 1 year later, she called me and she said, thank you. I said, for what? She said, sir, this month I have made 50,000 rupees profit. I said, good, madam, it will be useful for you. You can make up to 2 lakhs. Unknowingly, I added that line, it will be useful for you. She said, sir, I don't have any money problem. At any given point of time, my house will have 10 lakhs in cash, jewelry and document extra. But for any money I spend, I need to give accounts to my husband and to my two sons. This is my money. I can spend the way in which I want. I said, you have made my day. That is what naturals represent for women folks. Financial independence. Standing on your own leg. The best fashion statement you can make is standing on your own legs. I want the women to be financially independent, financially independent, financially independent. When I say housewife free India, my enemies are only women. They are only saying, hey, how can you say housewife? Why housewives mean bad? I'm not saying that, boss. Please make money. Why are you begging your husband for something good, for spending a small money for something? You have to put down your face. Husband will spend money frivolously. You have to watch that. You can't ask question. Many such things are happening around you. I am saying, why not that power be with you? I am begging for you. Why are you not realizing and thinking, I'm not your enemy, I am your friend. But I may not look at through the same glass as what you're looking. I want your self-esteem. I want prestige. I want your head to be held high. What is wrong in that? That's why I said housewife free India.
It was really good to talk to you and really thank you for your time. And with that, we wrap up this. And it
Thank
was
you. Thank you. I
amazing to
enjoyed thoroughly. I think it's been wonderful. So you have been a good listener. And I think you had made me speak and listen, contracted for a very little time. So thank you for that. My problem is I have a stopping problem. I had a starting problem then. Now I have a stopping problem. I should unlearn certain things. Thank you.
No, but that's why I wanted you here so that I could listen to your
Thank
story.
you.
So it was wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.